Yes, you are completely right. This whole background is completely different than my normal kitchen background. This is something that I've been working on for a little bit. If you follow me on Instagram, you've kind of seen the behind the scenes of everything. And I hope you like it. Let me know what you think, if I should add anything to the background, or like, let me know what you think about my Better Than Yesterday poster. I absolutely love it. I got it on Etsy. And yeah, a little bit of me is all throughout the background, rather than just the kitchen. It's easy to forget how hard I worked to get to where I am today. All the unnecessary struggles I put myself through, many of them setting me back, making it harder, and really kind of hurting my relationship with my body and food in general. And I went through years of trying to lose weight. I'm going through diet pills, cabbage soup diets, extreme calorie cutting to less than 1,000 calories per day, excessive cardio, eating fat-free and sugar-free and calorie-free everything that's super processed. I went through everything. And looking back now, there are some really major truths that I just wish I knew back then, because that would have saved me so much struggling. I mean, they would have saved me money and time, feelings of helplessness, and a lot of distress. So today I want to take all of those mistakes and turn them into something positive and share with you what I wish I knew back when I started my weight loss journey. So hopefully, if you haven't made these already, or if you're currently making them, they might help you realize actually there's a better way to get to where you're wanting to go. So let's get started. I wish I knew that weight loss was not the end goal, that getting to a specific weight was not gonna be this glorious celebration and immediate gratification of everything ever, and I was gonna be happy forever. Honestly, I thought I needed to get to 130 pounds, and once I got to 130 pounds, everything would be better. Problem was, I got to 130 pounds and was like, well, you know, I actually could lose a little bit more weight around my belly, and I still feel like I don't have enough muscle. My goal just kept kind of moving. Once you get to one spot, it's kind of like a mirage. Your end goal really isn't there, it just keeps moving. If you focus just on how much weight you're wanting to lose, you're not really focusing on the enjoyment piece. You're not focusing on how you're gonna overall enjoy your life. It's actually a journey of self-acceptance and of learning how to love yourself and to love the process of being healthy. And having that weight loss come off as you go is just a bonus of this cleanish lifestyle that you enjoy. I wish I knew that food isn't the enemy. I spent so many years battling with food, being mad at myself if I had food, being terrified to eat food because it was gonna make me gain weight, trying to restrict and restrict and restrict, and kind of be disappointed in myself that I actually needed to eat and that I wasn't strong enough. That was very unhealthy for me, and that caused a lot of distress for me and created a horrible relationship with food. What I see now is that food is not the enemy. In fact, it's there to help you get to your goals. Instead, learning about foods and what makes them up and what makes up good, nourishing foods is what is really gonna get you there. So the more that you turn food from the enemy into an ally, the better relationship you're gonna have and the more success you're gonna have with this journey. And honestly, the more power you give food, the less power you give yourself. So if you empower yourself to have a better relationship with food, it's gonna be just more positive all around. I wish I knew about how amazing weightlifting was when I first got started. It's not just something that football players do or that it's only for men. Weightlifting is such a powerful way for men and women to gain strength, reduce body fat percentage, improve self-confidence, and just overall be amazing at life. It's just so awesome to be able to progressively push yourself more and more and get stronger and realize how strong you really can be. Plus, it helps you reframe the thought that you want to be skinny. When you start weightlifting, you don't really want to be skinny anymore. You want to be strong. You really want to build muscle, and that's what the goal is. And so the more you can build a strong machine, the better you're gonna feel about yourself, and the more excited you are gonna be about your fitness, about the food you're eating that's actually fueling you to burn more calories in your weightlifting workouts. And plus, you don't have to do constant cardio in order to make up for the foods that you're eating. Speaking of cardio, I so wish I knew that cardio wasn't everything. When I was first starting to lose weight and I was like, okay, gotta go get healthy, I gotta start working out, I gotta start eating less and all of that, I would go out for a run. And I would get about 4 minutes in my run, maybe even less, less, and I would absolutely hate it. I'd be panting. I hated cardio. I still don't really care for it. And I go into more detail on this in my video on how I lost weight without cardio. Cardio and me do not get along very well. It's not my work energy in order to lose weight and feel good about myself to go on a run. I would much rather do weightlifting. Now, for those people who enjoy running and doing cardio, that's awesome. But if it really doesn't jive and you don't enjoy it, there are all sorts of other ways that you can get your body moving that will help you get to where you're wanting to go. I wish I had known that this is not a quick fix, that losing weight is not going to be something that happens quickly, and instead it's a lifelong journey of learning how to love yourself, be comfortable in your body, and find new ways to enjoy living a lifestyle that aligns with your goals. There's always things one can find wrong or great about his or her body. Losing weight isn't gonna guarantee that that's gonna happen. You have to focus on how to become comfortable with who you are and what your body is. And then as it changes, that's okay too. You know, we're working on being comfortable with all of those types of changes. And if there's something that you want to work on, working on it in a positive way rather than hating yourself for being overweight. Because trust me, I've been there too, and it really doesn't help the process. I wish I had known about intermittent fasting. IF, or intermittent fasting, is awesome if you snack a lot and you have a hard time feeling like you get enough food at every meal. Before I started IF, I could never really get full at my meals, and I would almost get anxious that it wasn't going to be enough to sustain me to the next meal. And so even though I'm eating the same number of calories-ish now than I was then, I feel so much more full with intermittent fasting because I've taken all that food across the entire day and I condensed it into a smaller window. So my meals are bigger, my time between meals is less, except for my fasting window, and I stopped all of my extra snacking. So when my fasting window starts, I don't snack anymore. Whereas I used to be like, oh, well, I'm kind of hungry. I might have a couple almonds here. I might have a banana here. I might have a little snack, maybe some cottage cheese. And every time you have one of those snacks, your body has to go through the whole process of digestion again. It has to release insulin to bring your blood sugar levels down, and you just start all of it again. And there are so many other benefits to intermittent fasting besides just less snacking and better insulin sensitivity. And I talk all about this. Just check out my intermittent fasting playlist if you have any questions on intermittent fasting. Also, kind of on this point, I super wish I had known that the rule of 3 meals a day is kind of a lie, and you can make up whatever type of meals you want, and that changed the way that I approach food and my daily schedule, and it's just been life-changing. I wish that I had understood that these learnings take a little bit of time to really get, that you kind of have to dive into it and make some mistakes and then learn from them. But I think a lot of people don't ever really learn from them, and they keep making the same mistakes over and over, thinking that they're never gonna succeed. So if you were like me and you tried this diet and it didn't work, and you tried that diet and it didn't work, and you tried this one and that one and nothing worked, and you just assume, I am never gonna lose weight, I'm never gonna be successful, nothing works for me. Well, that's not actually true. Anything will work for you if you stick with it, assuming that it's a reasonable plan and it's something that focuses on nutrition, reducing overall trans fats and added sugars, and adding in exercise. And like I've talked about in my Cleanish movement video, anything that focuses on that and being better than yesterday is gonna eventually get you to your goals. And the trick is not tinkering constantly with the process. You have to trust in this process or it won't work. A lot of times our fear comes into play, and because of that, we kind of sabotage ourselves and start a new diet or try something else, or give up on trying to follow through with something that we've started. That was a huge problem for me because I love to tinker with things, and so learning to be patient has been a huge win. I also wish that I had known that learning how to lose weight is just a process of identifying and understanding behavior patterns, also lifestyle patterns, and how those reflect your goals. Do they align with your goals? Are they completely in contrast to your goals? In order to get somewhere, in order to have a successful outcome, you kind of have to understand where you want to go. I have a whole video on how to set goals. A lot of times people focus on the weight loss piece of it. They want to lose 30 pounds. But even in doing that, you really want to focus on what are the behaviors that I can do that will align with that goal. The more times you align your goals than not, the more likely you are to get to where you want to get to. And I know when you're desperate and you're just starting out, or you feel like you're failing, you kind of grasp at straws because you really want to make this work. But if you want to make it work, there's some really positive ways to do it versus some negative ways. I know the frustration and the desperation, the self-hatred, the anxiety and the fear that you're never going to succeed. And I know it's awful, but There is a way, and I know you can get there. It just takes starting that one step and then being consistent and just adding step after step, and you're gonna get there. And if you could use some more support on how to get where you're going while enjoying your lifestyle, I have a 30-day healthy program that has meal plans and a daily email that educates you on these exact types of topics every day. And I have a ton of YouTube videos here on this channel to help motivate you, give you positive ways to add in foods and activities that will align with your goals, and to just help you get on your way. Because I know you can do it, and I am all about giving you actionable steps that you can take to get started today. So it all just starts with that one next step. And check out my 30-day healthy program if you'd like some help with that, and I will see you in the next video.